Okay, we've been talking about controlled substances. Remember those? Those always show up on the PTCE. Now we're going to talk about DEA and DEA numbers. What's DEA again?
Drugs Enforcement Administration.
It's not drugs, it's Drug Enforcement Administration. The A is administration. Common mistake, they call it agency. Okay? It's an agency, but if you check their website, it will say administration. Drug Enforcement Administration. Okay? We talked about the rules on controlled substances, when to fill, when not to fill. Okay? The deadlines, the validity. Okay? How many refills. Now we're going to talk about who can prescribe controlled substances. Other than doctors, who do you think can prescribe controlled substances? Dentists, correct. Yeah, what do you do? PA, physician assistant, NPs, nurse practitioner, correct. Yeah. Who else? Chiropractors, they're DOs, right? Who else? Huh? Psychiatrists or doctors. Yeah. Okay. But in order for a prescriber to prescribe controlled substances, the prescriber must get or secure a DEA number from the DEA. Remember, it's not only the prescribers who should secure a DEA number. Pharmacies, because they order controlled substances, have their own DEA number. Hospitals, so in other words, institution. Even schools, yeah, like I said in our vet program, okay, they deal with animals, they deal with real drugs in there, okay? So they have to order controlled substances for the animals because they do practice. I know. And so they have to have a doctor, okay, who has a DEA, a valid DEA number. I will discuss this. It's short, it's easy if you follow my steps. And sometimes there's about 5 questions on the PTCE. It's just a matter of checking the validity of a DEA number. So that's 5 points right away. Okay. So this is how you check the validity of a doctor's DEA number. So the doctor said his name is James Bond. I want to go to James Bond if he's a doctor. Yeah? James Bond. And James Bond said, my DEA number on his prescription, okay? My DEA number is A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. I know on your lecture packet, page 14, there's 6 steps. Forget about that. Yeah? I simplified it. You know me. I always simplify things. I simplified it to 3 steps. And there's a reason why I did it. But before the 3 steps, there's what I call a pre-qual. A pre-qualification. Okay? And the pre-qual would pertain to the first 2 characters on the DEA number. Okay? The first character or letter must either be, these are the most common ones, A, B, M, or F. Okay? So A or B, doctor practices on its own, on his own or her own, or the other one under an insurance or a hospital. Yeah? And the way I remember it, not the exact way, but it's just for me to remember it. Okay? I'm not saying that this is the exact word, what it means, right? It's a code, okay? So for me to remember this, I usually see the M's for prescribers who are not real doctors. Right? Like dentists, not physicians. Are you following? And then F, I usually see this. So I remember, I'm sorry, going back. So I remember the M as not a medical doctor. Okay? So for the F, I usually see this in the military setting. Okay? So in my head, I tag it as federal. Okay? That's not what it really means. It's just for me. It's just for my own tag and legend. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. There's more than this. But this is usually what shows up. Okay? So did it qualify? A, B, M, or F?
Yes.
Yes. So check. Okay? The next letter must be the first letter of the doctor's last name. You following? Did it qualify?
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm done with my pre-qual. Yeah? I gotta move on. Okay? So I broke it down into 3 steps. The first step is to add the first, the third, and the 5th digit. In this example, it just happens to be, bless you, 1 plus 3 plus 5. How much is that? 9. Step 2, you have to add the second, the 4th, and the 6th digits. So it's 2 plus 4 plus 6. How much is that? 12. The reason I simplified it this way is because I do not want you to forget that step 2 should be multiplied by 2. Now you understand why I shut that 6 steps. Yeah? So how much is this? 24. Now the last step, which is your 3rd step, is to add the sum of your first step and the sum of your 2nd step. So what is that? 9 plus 24. And that is 33. This last digit should coincide with the last digit of the doctor's DEA number. Clear? Simpler. 3 steps instead of 6 steps on your packet. Okay? How does this show up on the PTCE? This shows up a lot.
Yes.
And how does it show up? It'll ask you, we'll give you a name of a doctor, right, in the practice bank. It'll give you a name of a doctor, and it will give you 4 options. Which one is the valid DEA number? Or it will give you the name of the doctor and what the doctor was saying as his or her DEA number. And then you're going to check the validity of that DEA number. Is that clear? Usually your options are DEA numbers. Which one could possibly be the correct or valid DEA number for this doctor? And then the name is there. So pre-qual first, A, B, M, or F, first one. This has to match that. So you cancel out everything that doesn't have the first letter of the doctor's last name, right? That's how you make it. That's how you single out things, yeah? And you get to the correct answer. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Any questions? You didn't realize I just summarized this last couple of minutes, your 5 pages or 7 pages of your packet in a table form and in these 3 steps. It's about 5 or 7 pages if you're paying attention. Yeah? Because I don't like complicated. Okay. Any questions? Are we bound for break? What time is it? Not yet?
Not yet, it's like 9:44.